Do you ever open your closet, stare at a sea of black and beige, and still feel like nothing reflects the woman you've become? You've lived a rich, full life, and your style deserves to speak with that same quiet confidence, that grace, that effortless elegance. But here's the truth most women aren't told. The colors you wear in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, they matter more than ever. Not because you need to hide anything, oh no, but because certain shades illuminate you. They soften your features, brighten your presence, and whisper elegance without ever raising their voice. In today's video, I'll show you 6 timeless colors, backed by psychology and refined style principles, that exude exclusivity, femininity, and that casual luxury we all admire, especially on women who no longer need to prove anything to anyone. This isn't about following trends. It's about reclaiming your wardrobe as a reflection of the elegant life you've earned. One thoughtful choice at a time. These are the colors that don't shout. They glow, and they honor who you are right now. Let's begin with one of the most powerful shades a woman over 60 can wear. One that replaces harsh white with softness, light, and understated sophistication. Let's discover the first of these 6 elegant colors. Before we dive into the 6 elegant colors, let's talk about why color even matters, especially as we grow older. Color isn't just something we wear, it's something we feel. Psychologists have long studied how color affects our mood, our energy, even how others perceive us. But after 60, color takes on a new role. It becomes less about fashion and more about expression. Color becomes a language, one that says, I know who I am, I know how I want to feel, and I'm not afraid to be seen. As our skin changes, becoming softer in tone and more delicate in texture, some of the bold or cool colors we wore in our 30s may suddenly feel too harsh. The contrast no longer flatters. Instead of radiance, we get washed out. Instead of glow, we get shadows. But the right colors, they can lift the entire face. They reflect warmth, light, and softness, creating harmony with your natural beauty, not competition. There's a trend you may have heard of called dopamine dressing, where people wear loud colors to feel instantly uplifted. But for many elegant women, there's something more powerful. Serotonin dressing, choosing colors that bring long-term calm, balance, and a quiet confidence. This is where elegance lives, not in the color that demands attention, but in the one that earns it subtly. Color becomes part of how we design our lives. A soft dove gray may reflect your peace. A rose mauve might echo your kindness. A rich navy may express your quiet strength. When you wear a color that resonates with who you are now, not who you were or who society told you to be, you feel aligned. It's not just attractive, it's magnetic. So now, with a fresh perspective, let's explore the first color that exudes elegance and casual luxury and instantly flatters women over 60. Let's begin with a color that whispers sophistication and never needs to shout: ivory, or its close cousin, cream. Unlike stark white, which can sometimes feel cold or clinical, ivory has a softness that works with your complexion, not against it. It reflects light with a gentle glow. It smooths rather than sharpens, it softens rather than contrasts, and it brings a kind of natural elegance that's both welcoming and refined. For women over 60, ivory becomes the new white because it elevates without overwhelming. Psychologically, ivory is associated with calmness, purity, and understated wealth. It's the color of pearls, silk, linen, of quiet mornings and thoughtfully curated spaces. There's nothing trendy about it, and that's exactly why it feels so timeless. In fact, that's what makes it luxurious. True elegance isn't loud, it's deliberate. Ivory is versatile. You can wear it as a full monochromatic outfit, like a soft cashmere sweater paired with wide-leg cream trousers, for a clean, fresh look that feels effortlessly expensive. Or use it as a neutral base and let textures take center stage. Think ivory silk with gold jewelry, or a cream blouse under a mocha or navy blazer. It also pairs beautifully with natural fibers, cotton, linen, wool. These combinations give off that casual luxury feel we're aiming for. Elegant but comfortable, rich but never flashy. Be mindful of going too yellow. Some creams can drift into beige and lose their clarity. Look for cooler or neutral ivories if you have pink undertones, and warmer ivories if you have golden tones. Also, make sure your fabric is substantial. Flimsy ivory fabrics can be see-through or look cheap. Choose pieces with weight, texture, or layering potential. Wearing ivory says, "I am at peace with who I am. I don't need glitter to feel radiant or busy patterns to be interesting. I carry light within me, and this color reflects it." Now, let's talk about one of the most elegant colors you can wear after 60, dove gray. It's often overlooked in favor of black, but for a woman who values quiet strength and grace, dove gray is a revelation. Where black can sometimes feel heavy or harsh, dove gray offers depth without darkness. It's soft, it's neutral, and it brings a natural refinement that doesn't compete with your features, but instead frames them. There's a reason stylists often recommend gray over black for mature women. Dove gray doesn't cast shadows on the face. It gently reflects light and highlights the beauty of silver hair, fine lines, and natural skin tone. Psychologically, gray represents wisdom, stability, and sophistication. It's the color of modern minimalism, high-end interiors, and timeless suiting. But when softened, like in dove gray, it becomes approachable and feminine. Wearing dove gray says, "I know myself. I don't need excess to be seen." It's the color of calm confidence and quiet luxury. Dove gray is infinitely versatile. For a refined day look, pair a gray linen blouse with ivory trousers and silver earrings. For evening, wear a dove gray knit dress with a long cardigan and soft suede flats. This color also shines in outerwear. Think trench coats, structured jackets, or a wool wrap coat. It elevates your entire silhouette without drawing unnecessary attention. And don't underestimate the power of accessories. A dove grey leather handbag or scarf adds instant elegance to even the most casual outfit. One key tip: choose rich, tactile fabrics. Dove grey in silk, cashmere, or high-quality cotton looks expensive, but in flimsy synthetics, it can fall flat. If your skin tone is very warm, you can warm up dove grey with blush tones, rose mauve, or soft taupe. If you're cooler toned, wear it with silver, soft blue, or navy. Dove grey isn't flashy, it's thoughtful. It reflects a woman who is settled in her truth, who doesn't need trends to feel seen because she radiates composure from within. Now let's add a breath of fresh air to your wardrobe with the quiet, rejuvenating beauty of soft powder blue. It's a color that brings a sense of ease, clarity, and subtle optimism, like the sky just after sunrise. Psychologically, soft blue tones are associated with calm, trust, and serenity. It's the color hospitals use to ease anxiety and interior designers use to expand space. But in fashion, especially for women over 60, powder blue can do something magical. It softens your presence without fading it. It brightens your skin tone, especially if you have cool or neutral undertones, and it brings a youthful glow to your overall look without ever trying too hard. Powder blue flatters silver, grey, and white hair beautifully. It complements softening facial features and gently lifts the eye upward. Where bolder blues may dominate or feel too corporate, soft powder blue supports your elegance. It's the kind of color that makes people say, "You look so refreshed," even if you've just been reading quietly by the window. For a crisp and classic look, try a powder blue button-up shirt in cotton or silk, paired with ivory pants or a camel-tone skirt. Or choose a light blue cashmere sweater layered over a white blouse with soft grey trousers and pearl earrings. Effortless, refined. This shade is also perfect in scarves, shawls, or structured handbags. It's not overpowering, but it's unforgettable. The key with powder blue is to choose the right texture. Avoid overly shiny or synthetic fabrics that can make it look cheap or juvenile. Instead, look for light knits, natural cotton, silk, or chambray. These bring depth and richness to the softness of the color. Powder blue carries a sense of grace. It's like a soft breeze. It doesn't push or pull, it simply moves through a room with ease. And that, my dear, is a quiet form of power. Next, let's talk about a color that feels like a soft memory, a shade that carries both romance and refinement, muted rose or mauve. This gentle family of pinks, dusty rose, antique blush, mauve, evokes femininity, warmth, and emotional depth. But don't mistake it for girlishness. These are womanly shades, softened by time, grounded in confidence. They remind us of vintage lace, heirloom roses, handwritten letters. These are colors that hold history and grace. As we mature, strong pinks can sometimes feel too bold and nudes too flat. But muted rose and mauve live in a sweet spot. They bring life to the face, especially if your complexion leans cool, neutral, or olive. They create a natural blush effect, like a gentle radiance from within. These shades soften facial features, highlight your eyes, and add approachability without losing poise. Muted rose is beautiful in flowy blouses, tea-length dresses, or knit tops. Mauve works beautifully in structured skirts, long cardigans, or even tailored trousers. When you want a soft, feminine edge, pair these tones with ivory, charcoal, or cocoa brown for a romantic but grounded palette. Add pearls or rose gold jewelry for a glow that feels both luxurious and personal. In accessories, consider a mauve silk scarf, a rose-toned handbag, or even a light lipstick in the same family. Subtle and cohesive. The key here is depth. Avoid overly bright or bubblegum pinks. They can feel too youthful or jarring. Instead, look for pinks with a touch of grey, brown, or purple. That's what gives them elegance and maturity. Also, be careful with fabrics that are too shiny in these shades. Choose matte, textured, or layered materials to keep it sophisticated. Muted rose and mauve are like a gentle embrace. They don't just look beautiful, they make you feel loved, seen, and deeply feminine. Now, let's sink into something deeper. A color that feels like warmth, like strength, like home, rich cocoa or mocha. There's something profoundly elegant about earth tones, especially deep brown hues. They're grounding, they're soulful, and they remind us of nature's quiet strength. Where black can feel formal or even cold, mocha offers richness with warmth. It's intimate, it's understated, and it tells the world, I'm not here to impress, I'm here to belong. Cocoa tones flatter a wide range of skin tones, especially melanin-rich, olive, and warm complexions. They also add a lovely depth and glow to silver or salt and pepper hair. Even for cooler-toned women, the right brown, balanced with taupe, blush, or ivory, can create a luxurious, balanced contrast that feels cozy, yet refined. Rich mocha is stunning in knitwear, suede jackets, wide-leg trousers, or wool coats. Imagine a chocolate-toned wrap dress paired with gold accessories, or a cocoa cashmere sweater with ivory pants and a blush scarf. You can also mix it into your accessories. Leather handbags, boots, gloves, or belts. These bring instant sophistication without relying on color to make the statement. Pair with cream, camel, mauve, or even soft powder blue for a deliciously balanced look that reads quiet luxury in every detail. Avoid browns that lean too orange or rusty. They can dull your complexion or look outdated. Instead, aim for cool-toned chocolates or neutral mochas with depth and richness. And once again, texture matters. Brown in satin can feel flat, but in suede, tweed, or ribbed knits, it's elevated, tactile, and full of character. Rich cocoa speaks of heritage, of being rooted and real. It's a color for the woman who's settled into her worth, who doesn't chase attention because she radiates it. And now, we end our color journey with a shade that never goes out of style, yet feels even more refined as we age. Deep navy blue. Navy is often called the thinking woman's black. It carries the same slimming power and timeless elegance of black, but with far more softness and depth. Where black can feel harsh, especially near the face, deep navy brings clarity and sophistication without casting shadows. It's formal enough for evening wear, soft enough for day, and always appropriate without ever being boring. Psychologically, navy is the color of trust, intelligence, and dignity. It's associated with diplomacy, calm authority, and grace under pressure. When a woman wears navy, she communicates inner structure, not rigidity, but wisdom, not loud leadership, but quiet command. It's one of those colors that says, "I've seen a lot and I carry well." Navy works beautifully in structured pieces, blazers, long-line cardigans, tailored trousers, or midi dresses. A navy knit top with pearl studs and cream pants, that's casual luxury at its finest. For evening, choose a navy dress with sheer sleeves or a subtle shimmer, glamorous without the cliché. And navy pairs effortlessly with other elegant shades, ivory, dove grey, blush pink, cocoa, gold, and silver. It also complements silver hair like a dream. Be selective about your fabric and undertone. Some navies can read too bright, almost electric, others too dull and lifeless. Aim for deep, saturated navy in high-quality fabrics, crepe, wool, ponte knit, or silk. These add body and weight that speak to timeless style, not fast fashion. Navy is for the woman who no longer needs to wear black to feel powerful. She's lived, she's learned, and she now chooses softness with strength. Now that we've explored each of these 6 elegant colors individually, ivory, dove grey, powder blue, muted rose, cocoa, and deep navy, let's talk about how to bring them together into a wardrobe that feels cohesive, intentional, and beautifully you. One of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves in this stage of life is simplicity, not blandness, but clarity. By choosing a select range of harmonious colors, you eliminate decision fatigue, avoid impulse buys, and create endless mix-and-match possibilities that always feel polished. This is the essence of casual luxury, owning less but loving more of what you wear. Start with your neutrals, ivory, dove grey, and cocoa. These can form the base of your wardrobe. Think trousers, skirts, blouses, outerwear. Then layer in your accents, powder blue, muted rose, and deep navy. These add depth, emotion, and personality. Think scarves, statement blouses, knitwear, and dresses. The beauty here is that every color complements the others. Ivory softens navy, rose warms grey. Powder blue cools cocoa. You can't go wrong because the palette is unified, calm, and quietly expressive. Color is only half the story. Texture completes the look. Think silk and powder blue, cashmere and cocoa, crisp cotton and ivory. These combinations create depth without needing bold prints or logos. Accessories are your final brushstroke. Gold jewelry warms rose and cocoa. Silver complements navy and dove grey. Even your choice of shoes or handbag, when kept within this elegant palette, adds to the harmony. Choose leather, suede, linen, and wool for that tactile richness that whispers luxury, never screams it. This isn't about rigid rules. It's about building a wardrobe that reflects who you are now. Elegant, intentional, and relaxed in your power. Let your palette support you. Let your clothes reflect your values. Let every color you wear say something thoughtful about the life you've lived and the grace you carry forward. Here's something every elegant woman knows. Style is never just about appearance. It's about self-respect. The colors you choose each morning, they aren't superficial. They're deeply symbolic. They reflect how you see yourself and how you value yourself. When you choose a soft ivory blouse instead of something busy or loud, when you wrap yourself in rose or navy instead of hiding in black, you're not just getting dressed, you're honoring your essence. You're saying, I am worth showing up for today exactly as I am. And that is true elegance, not trying to be someone else, but expressing the best of who you already are. True style, especially in the later chapters of life, is never about impressing others. It's about being at peace with yourself. These quiet, elegant colors we've explored today aren't just flattering, they're empowering. They support your grace, amplify your presence, and remind the world and yourself that you are still radiant, still expressive, still worthy. Because you always have been, and you always will be. Before we close, let's touch on something just as important as what to wear, what to avoid. Because true elegance often means knowing when to say no. Certain colors, especially as we age, can feel too harsh, too loud, or too trendy. Neon brights, acidic yellows, electric purples, these can pull attention away from you instead of drawing it toward your presence. They may be fashionable, but elegance is timeless, not trendy. The goal isn't to disappear. It's to be remembered for your grace, not your glare. Avoid overly busy prints, extreme contrasts, or items that scream for attention. If something feels like it's wearing you rather than the other way around, it probably is. Instead, build your style around what endures. Soft color, clean lines, natural fabrics, and thoughtful combinations. Because when you choose peace over noise, you always stand out. Elegance isn't about chasing perfection, it's about choosing presence. Each color we explored today, ivory, dove gray, powder blue, muted rose, cocoa, and deep navy, offers more than beauty. It offers clarity. A way to say, without words, I've lived, and I carry my life with grace. You don't need an overflowing closet to feel confident. Just a few intentional pieces in colors that support you, uplift you, and reflect the quiet luxury of a woman who knows herself. Remember, you are not fading, you are evolving, and what you wear should evolve with you. If this video inspired you, I'd love for you to subscribe, share it with a friend who deserves to feel elegant again, and let me know in the comments which of these 6 colors speaks most to your spirit right now. Until next time, dress with intention, live with grace, and never forget, you're still the masterpiece.